それでは田中会長には残っていただきまして、中央でですね、このフォーラムの公表をいただきたいというふうに思っております。よろしくお願いいたします。はい、結構です。どうぞ。
ただいまは素晴らしい時計をいただきまして。
I'm very honored and very happy to receive this wonderful clock. It is a great honor to accept this Berlin Peace Clock. Although this clock has been given to me, I do not accept this in my own name. It is an award that recognizes the achievements of Rotary International in building peace and giving individuals the ability to help build peace through their own actions. Rotary is a unique organization. It is unique in many ways. But I believe that the thing that is most special about Rotary is how it can change individual lives, not only of the people we help, but of our own lives as Rotarians. Many people want to make a difference. Many people say, I want to change the world. But the reality is that very few people have the ability to make a difference on their own. All of us are busy in our lives. We go to school, we get our first job, we marry and have children. We become deeply involved in our own works and our families. One day follows another, and we are consumed with our own affairs, so much so that we do not take the time to think of affairs of other people. This was my life for many, many years. When I was young, I thought I would lead the same life that my parents and grandparents led. And I walked the same path that they had walked. When I got older, I became more ambitious. I stepped onto a second path, one of the personal success and accomplishments. But Rotary opened the gate to a third path, not the path walked by my other before me, or the path to living only for my own achievement. Rotary taught me how to live for others and gave me a way to do it. It has given me and so many other people a way to live a more meaningful life and a way to build peace through service. I did not imagine when I spoke about the Peace Clock in Berlin last year that my words then would lead to this event. But as I have considered the meaning of the Peace Clock in the last few weeks, I feel more than ever that this is a uniquely appropriate symbol. It is true that time burst all walls asunder. This is the symbol of the success of Rotary. Thank you. They are going to make an address to you again. We have come to the end of our time together of this Global Peace Forum, the third in the series that has been such a focal point of this year. It has been a wonderful year for me and for all Rotary. I have been the way that our theme has been embraced around the world. And I have seen Rotarians think in new ways about the power of their Rotary service. In this year, I have attended many Rotary events, and I have heard people speak about Rotary in many ways. But the metaphor that I like the best is one of pebble thrown into the water. The pebble drops into the bottom of the water, and there it stays. Its job is done, but the ripples that it causes continue on and on. A small pebble makes small waves. A larger one has a larger effect. But always the impact of that pebble is larger than the pebble itself. So it is with Rotary service. We may decide to support a blood bank, a school nutrition program, or the planting of trees to combat deforestation. We might decide to fund scholarship for midwives or peace fellows. We might choose to give to Polio Plus. In every case, we understand the goal of our actions, but we can never know their full impact. We do not know whose life will be saved by the blood bank, or which children will be able to finish school because they received lunch there every day. We don't know how many babies will survive their birth or what they will go to achieve, nor will we ever meet the families who did not lose their mothers in childbirth. And of course, we will never know what the world would be like now if polio were still raging. We only know that we have done good work. When we have served well, we are confident that the ripple that spread out from our work will also have a positive impact. We will have healthier families, more hopeful communities, and a world where more people are friends with each other. Every Rotary project, every act of service is an act of love and kindness. When we serve in the right ways and for the right reasons, we bring people together in peace and in harmony. For me, the idea of peace through service does not involve any complicated philosophy. I'm not a philosopher. I'm a salesperson. And over many years of business, I have learned that ultimately, the only way to successful business is happy customers. When my customers are happy, my business grows. And this makes me happy in turn. Not only because my business is doing well, but because I'm glad to see that I have made others happy. When I run a business, I was happy when I knew I had served others well. As a Rotarian, I feel the same way about my Rotary work. When I serve well, I feel tremendous satisfaction. I know that I have been useful. I have helped people to live better lives, to live together in greater happiness and peace. When earthquake hit Japan, I was president-elect, and whether it was Rotarians or not, a lot of people gave us their caring voices, and they asked whether my family was all right. I was very moved by that. But above more, what I felt proud was to be a Japanese. Because in media, a lot of media's broadcasted how Japanese had handled the aftermath of earthquake. There was no looting and no confusion or conflict. This to other people apparently is a very unusual scene. And to us Japanese, it is only a part of our culture. We cherish group more than individual. This is very natural in Japanese culture. As Japanese, we wanted to build a world that is peaceful and that is steady. So Japan has worked hard to find a new and modern peaceful reality. And we changed our outlook for the world and the way rest of the world saw us. It was an act of national will. Of course, it is not perfect today in Japan, but we, as a country, have embraced peace. It was one positive choice that has had an infinitely positive impact. I believe this is something that other countries can learn from. Today, as we leave this last Rotary Peace Forum, as I ask you to understand that peace in all the ways that we can understand it is a real goal and a realistic goal for Rotary. Peace is not something that can only be achieved through treaties, by governments, or through heroic struggle. It is something that we can find and that we can achieve every day and in many simple ways. Thank you.
Thank you very much, President Tanaka. Please stay on this stage, Mr. President. From President Tanaka to Mr. Jiai, there is a gift. And Mr. Jiai also wants to express gratitude to all of you, so he's going to speak to us.
いろいろお世話になりました。ありがとうございました。小学会長からありがとうございました。じゃあ委員長、じゃあ
Thank you very much. So, Chairman Jiai, please speak to us.
Mr. President, what kind of words I can use to say thank you? Perhaps just to use the oldest word in history, which is many thanks. I received this magnificent trophy on behalf of our committee. And I would like to stand up at the moment that I name the people. Our Vice Chairman, Ed Futa, members, T.D. Grale, Jiro Kawatsuma, Steve Yoshida from Honolulu, and also we need to remember Holger Nack from Berlin. But it's time to recognize all the board of directors that are here present, and the board of trustees that support the president and support the project. Board of directors, past directors, please stand up to be recognized as well.